Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Devin Booker continues to elevate his play every year. He said, "It's just putting in hard work. I take this game very seriously. I love the game of basketball. I don't count myself out. No matter what the score is, who we're playing, I'm going full tilt." Kevin, back to you.
A special talent indeed. David, thank you. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at point guard. And for Chicago, all out there with Levine. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Vucevic, and it's Caruso in at the 3. And the Bulls start out with the ball. Ball feeling it out a bit. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bulls got the first 3 points tonight for the Bulls.
How about the quicks with which Ball got off the ground on that one?
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it.
And the first one at the line is good.
You think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career. He demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools. Body control, flair for the dramatic, Levine in style.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter. Booker against Levine. A nice shot by Booker.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. That one goes. Count it.
Well, Devin Booker is known as a scorer, but this guy will find you if you're open.
On the wing, Levine. Passes it to DeRozan. Bulls moving the ball around. Shoots over Crowder. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
You have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Phoenix. Booker outside. Ball against Paul. Now the pass to Ayton. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside, Levine. Here's Vucevic. DeRozan for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. DeRozan's got 5 now.
Well, he's such a smart offensive player. DeMar DeRozan knows the best option there is the quick release on the catch and shoot.
What a connection DeAndre Ayton has with his guys. Great timing on the alley-oop.
Deep two from Ball. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 2. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And recently, we chatted with Zach LaVine about the team, and he pointed out what he sees as an advantage.
You know, we should have energy, and we should be outplaying the other team. Like I said, just competitive-wise, we don't have all the miles the other teams have. We should have energy, you know, young, hungry dudes that are ready to compete and show what they have in this league. And we shouldn't be tired out there. We should be the most conditioned team, and we should be running people up and down.
Break trying to turn their youthful exuberance into a weapon.
I like that he's focused on increasing their level of activity because it's something within their control.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns. Johnson is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Payne. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. That one falls. Booker's got the lead up to 2 now for Phoenix.
This guy difficult to match up with in transition because Booker can hit from anywhere on the floor.
Deep 2 from Ball. Drills the three-pointer. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
And it's Phoenix's ball. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Payne, good, and a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth. And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. JaVale McGee's checked in for 8. Mikal Bridges comes in for Landry Shamet. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Cameron Payne. Here's Bridges. Second shot opportunity. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Here's LaVine. DeRozan trying to get open. And there's LaVine on the assist by Ball.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by LaVine.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Paul passes to Booker. Back to Paul. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And LaVine throws it down.
I tell you, when LaVine gets up ahead of steam, he's really difficult to stay in front of.
Booker outside. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls out front. They lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. And the past few seasons, the Bulls have been inefficient at the offensive end. Shaq, it's something they're desperately trying to fix.
Yeah, they're near the bottom of the league in the field goal percentage. Partly, I think it's a lack of discipline, buddy. Rarely do young players get a great shot to let them go together. You know, this is where this team is still in search of an identity.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. They've got Vucevic. Levine is out there with ball. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And Ayton throws it down. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters, but ultimately your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it. Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Crowder finds Booker. Three-pointer. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Crowder.
You simply can't give this guy open looks. Jay Crowder is one of the best 3-and-D players in the league.
Oh! That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Nice.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Offensive rebound. Ayton dishes to Booker. Ball against ball. Clock is at 3. They get it back. And that one's good, Ayton.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Here's Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 5 assists tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bulls lead by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. They've got ABC. Ayton is out there with Johnson. Then it's Payne, and it's Shamet in at the 2. Levine finds DeRozan, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, as as always, that mid-range game of DeMar DeRozan, almost unstoppable.
Suns trail by 8. Pass to Ayton. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And that's now 10 points for DeAndre Ayton. From deep. And a Shamet with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
The Suns running out of time. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him. Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 8. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Jay Crowder's checked in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges comes in for Chandler Hutchison. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Chris Paul's subbed in for Payne. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Levine, lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor, 7 for 7.
Well, Levine is a scorer, plain and simple. It matters not inside, outside, he's got it all.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Booker.
Devin Booker with the big shot. He may be young, but he's got big-time game.
From deep. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it.
Now, we present our New Balance player of the game, Chris Paul.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
This guy is big time, unafraid in the moments that matter most. Levine, big time.
Hins the 3.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Time called here, the Bulls. For 3, Levine drains it from downtown.
Big shot with time winding down. Clutch move by Levine.
.24 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. No good from Booker. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though, so he comes up empty, missing both.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, good position, feet set. Bridges totally ready to get the shot off in catch-and-shoot situations. Nicely done. Oh,
my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
Here's Levine. Money!
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
DeMar, big effort tonight. What is the state of mind of this club right now?
Just we focusing in on the defensive end. We know if we get stops, we can definitely score whenever we want.
And you got it done tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.